I was thrown out of the house with a suitcase and without documents. It happened during the day, not at night, not secretly. Everyone understood what was happening. My things were packed in front of me. No one rushed. No one shouted. That was the cruelty. The door was open. The suitcase stood in the hallway. It had clothes in it. Not all of them. Only what was allowed. There were no documents. My passport stayed in the wardrobe. Medical papers stayed in the nightstand. Cards, certificates, housing papers, everything stayed in the apartment. I said I needed my documents. I was told later. Later never came. I was told to leave. Not asked. Told. Calmly. Without insults. Without explanations. Just a fact. This is not your home anymore. I stood with the suitcase. I was wearing a jacket. It was cold outside. I did not know where to go. I said that. I was told it was not their problem. The door closed. The lock clicked. I was left on the stairwell. I rang the bell. No one opened. I rang again. And again. The phone was not answered. I stood with the suitcase because there was nowhere to put it. I went downstairs. I sat on a bench near the building. The suitcase was heavy. My arms hurt. I sat and looked at the entrance door. It did not open. I realized they would not give me my documents. Not today. Maybe never. I had no money. The cards stayed in the apartment. I had no cash. My phone battery was almost dead. I walked. I did not know where. I just walked. The suitcase rolled badly. The wheels jammed. I stopped every few minutes. People passed by. They looked. No one asked anything. That was normal. I looked like someone who had been thrown out. Everyone recognizes people like that. They are left alone. I went into a store to warm up. The guard looked at the suitcase. For a long time. I did not buy anything. I left. I called a friend. She did not answer. I called relatives. One said he could not help. Another did not respond. A third said it was a family matter and he would not get involved. I sat down again. This time near a bus stop. Buses passed. I could not get on. No money. No documents. I understood that I no longer had a home. Not temporarily. Not conditionally. In fact, I tried calling the apartment again. The door was not opened. I sent a message. It was read. There was no reply. It got darker outside. The cold went through my clothes. I started to shake. It was not hysteria. Just cold. I went into the entrance of a neighboring building. I sat on the stairs. The suitcase stood next to me. I tried not to fall asleep. It was dangerous. I thought about the documents. Without them I could do nothing. No hospital. No social help. No shelter. I was a person without proof of existence. My head was empty. I did not cry. I did not scream. I just sat. Later I was thrown out of there too. Someone called the concierge. I was told to leave. I left. I was on the street again. The suitcase felt even heavier. I went to the station. It was warm there. There were many people. They did not ask questions. I sat on a bench and held the suitcase between my legs. I spent several hours there. I did not eat. I drank water from the restroom. That was a fact. At night, security started forcing out those without tickets. I did not have one. I was told to leave. I left. I was outside again. That was how my life without a home began. Without documents. Without protection. Without the right to explanations. And it was done deliberately.